Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday, the 8th of February. We got some huge news breaking. It's been an hour since the news was broke that you guys probably heard from Crispy Flakes. Thought I'd break it down for you guys too. The New Orleans Pelicans have agreed upon a trade for CJ McCollum, Larry Nance, and Tony Snell are on the way to the New Orleans Pelicans. The Pelicans are sending Josh Hart, Thomas Satoransky, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Didi Louzada, and a first-round pick and a future second round to the Blazers. 2 future second picks in the deal per sources. Sources: the Blazers are acquiring New Orleans Pelicans 2022 first-round pick with protections. The pick comes to the Blazers if it lands between 5 through 14. If it doesn't convey this year, the first-round kicks to the future for Portland. Full trade per sources. Blazers: Josh Hart, Thomas Satoransky, Nickeil Alexander, Didi Louzada, 2022 protected first-round pick, 2 second-round picks, and the Pelicans get CJ McCollum, Larry Nance, and Tony Snell. Portland plans to fully reshape roster around Damian Lillard. Portland created a $21 million trade exception today, potentially $60 million cap space this summer, multiple draft picks, and the assets via Pels and Clippers. Plan is to pursue high-end talent now, not retreat. As Pelicans await return of Zion Williamson, McCollum delivers a dynamic score in backcourt that desperately needed it. After starting 1-12, Pelicans have elevated to a play-in tournament spot. No team since 1996-97 Suns have made playoffs from that kind of a start. And here is the image of this gentleman in CJ McCollum. In the final spot right here, New Orleans 2022 first-round pick goes to the Pelicans if it does land 1 through 4, 5 through 14 for the Pelicans or the Blazers, and last 15 through 30 to the Hornets. Blazers get a future first-round pick if it does not convey. Hornets get second-round picks if it does not convey. So that is some huge news that I am leaning towards one team being the losers, the other team definitely being the winners in this trade. And that is the Blazers getting CJ McCollum, to me, is definitely the winners for the fact that you get a great score for the backcourt. You still have Devontae Graham, who is still a good facilitating guard, who is really good scorer, but CJ McCollum is an instant bucket. You're getting at least 20 to 25 points. Along with you got Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson. You're trading away only Josh Hart, your pick for this year, which does convey to a future first. If it does not be in that circumstance, that if it does, if it's not a top 4, they get that pick. Which right now it stands that they are not even going to get that pick for this year because it is 15 through 30 because they are in the play-in tournament, the Pelicans. So they don't only train this year and then probably next year, which will be an unprotected first-round pick, for that fact that it usually when a protection pick happens, the very next year, if they do not get that pick, they get a unprotected first-round pick the following year. And so for the Pelicans, trading away Thomas Satoransky, where'd the trade go? Thomas Satoransky, Josh Hart, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, I've heard excellent things about. not sure much about the Diddy Lozada, but for them to get a great player in CJ McCollum, they do get Larry Nance, who is a good uh, stretch four, or not even stretch four. He's a four, and then Tony Snell, who's always been a player that has went around to so many different teams. I couldn't tell you all the teams that he's been to, but Larry Nance has been on the Lakers, Cavaliers, Trailblazers. Now is going to be traded to the Pelicans. This will give Zion Williamson some downtime for whenever he does rest. Larry Nance is a good player. Gets rebounds. Is okay scorer. He's not the best scorer. He doesn't stretch the floor like today's power forwards / centers do. But it's a really good defender. Very underrated defender. And as for the Portland Trailblazers, they definitely, I'm questioning the move, especially when it comes to this up here. They plan to reshape the roster around Damian Lillard now, and that the plan is to pursue high-end talent now, not retreat. They do have $60 million in cap space. The question is what they do with that cap space. They could go out and try to trade away or trade and get that $21 million exception right now. The question is what that move could possibly be, because they don't have much outside of Damian Lillard. You have Cody Zeller. You trade away Norman Powell. You got Damian Lillard. You got Anthony Sims. I like Anthony Sims a lot. You trade away Robert Covington, Rocco. I want to say they have another. They have another pick. I'm opening up a new window. Let's look at their roster real quick. Portland Trailblazers roster, because again, I like the that move for New Orleans Pelicans. So you got they traded for Eric Bledsoe during that Clippers trade. LB, I've heard good things about. Keon Johnson, who is a young shooting guard who didn't get any playing time on the Clippers. I like that, them getting Keon for the future. Nazir Little, I've heard good things about. CJ McCollum is no longer on the team. Ben McLemore, who's been a journeyman since his Kings days. Fernie Simmons, Dennis Smith Jr., Tony Snell, Justice Winslow. And so it's a interesting trade. What they're looking for is a little bit of everything. Like outside of probably starting Keon Johnson at the 2, and then of course Damian Lillard at the 1. You have Nazir Little, who is 6'5", who they have at the 3. Yusuf Nurkic, I do take that back. They have a great center in Yusuf Nurkic at 6'11", who's a really good defender, good rebounder. He has learned to shoot the ball, shoot the 3, who stretches the floor quite well. I do like Yusuf Nurkic. He is only got 1 year left on his contract for $12 million. So the question is probably that 4 position. That's probably my biggest question, is the 4 spot. And then even the 3 spot, by golly, I do again like Nazir Little, but the question is the next player who's going to come join Damian Lillard. You see this roster is question mark. You do question what their next move is and who's going to be coming to the team versus the New Orleans Pelicans, who just got CJ McCollum. You have already Brandon Ingram, Jonas Valanciunas, Zion Williamson, Devontae Graham. They did trade away Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Let's see here. NBA. Let's look at their roster real quick. New Orleans Pelicans. Let's look at their roster depth. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, they just traded away. Gary Clark is pretty good forward. Devontae Graham, like what I just talked about. They traded away Josh Hart. They got Jackson Hayes, who's coming off the bench. I like that a lot for them. Willie Hernangomez, who is, again, also coming off the bench for them. Brandon Ingram. Herbert Jones is a stud 3 at 6'7". I've heard great things. He's a great defender. Kira Lewis Jr., who's a bucket, who goes out there. He just can just get you at least 15 off the bench. Jonas Valanciunas, Zion Williamson. They are building for the future with this kind of a trade. They are instantly a playoff kind of team. I do love the move for the New Orleans Pelicans, much so. So, with all that being said, guys, let me know. Leave the comments down below of who do you guys think won this trade? Who you think lost this trade? Is there any moves that you guys would like to see this kind of a trade? I heard also that I thought there was another trade possibly going down. I'm looking real quick before I end this video. Harden out tonight versus the Celtics. You have Ricky Rubio and Rocco that could possibly be traded at the deadline because they just are an acquisition that, by golly, they're injured. Well, what about Rocco? Rocco is still healthy, but Ricky Rubio, who's still hurt, but he's an expiring contract. So that, who knows what kind of trade could happen with that. There were actually talks prior to this trade that the Indiana Pacers were one of the teams that could possibly trade for CJ McCollum, but we did not probably do the right package versus what they liked the New Orleans Pelicans package more so. But like what this is actually going to be towards the end of the video. I will talk about right here that the plan is that another roughly 24 plus another 31 hours from now, I will be live streaming 2K, Teamfight Tactics. What's the other game that we've been playing? Maybe a little bit of Slay the Spire, but also I would be leave you guys comments down below of some games you guys like me to play on Wednesday, Thursday night. Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, Thursday night. We got the trade deadline. I'll be on here on YouTube live, just checking out this gentleman right here, known as Adrian Wojnarowski, seeing if there's any trades that go down. I'll be checking out Shams, so on and so forth. And we'll be checking out trades, see what goes down. We'll be talking about winners, losers, talking about just the NBA in general. And then Friday will be Teamfight Tactics. The new patch comes out, and the plan is to go ahead and check out that patch, do a little bit of climbing through the ranks to try to get up to gold on Friday. But with all of that being said, guys, I'm in this video right here, and I'll talk to you guys later.